I'm going to retire in 2 months on less than $500,000. I'll be 58 and a half. I've put in my official intent to retire notice. No turning back now. I'm going to tell you what I did to get ready and what my plan is for income and health insurance. My hope is to help others with ideas and personal examples. I was married for 30 years. After my divorce at 50 years old, I started looking into retirement planning. What a wake-up call! At the time, I had less than $150,000 saved for retirement, and I needed to buy a house. I was starting over. What I kept hearing at the time is you needed $1 million to retire. Well, I did the math. On a teacher's salary, there's no way I'd ever be able to retire on $1 million. So I started researching FIRE, early retirement, and frugal living. And I started on Dave Ramsey's baby steps. I kept cutting costs, living on less, investing more, and paying off debt. I've heard of people retiring confidently on $200,000. I've also heard of people retiring on $2 million and running out of money. The biggest difference is how much you spend. That's it. That's the key. The number one most important thing you need to do is really look at your budget. I tracked my spending to the penny for a whole year. I was surprised at how much I was spending on some things and not spending on others. But then I had a very accurate idea of how much I could save and how much I needed to live on. So step number 1 is creating an accurate budget. If you retire early, unless you're rich, you need to decide what you're willing to give up. For me, living frugally but being retired is way more important than having extra money. Don't get me wrong, I love to travel, and who doesn't like money? But for me personally, time is more important to me than money. You only have so many healthy years left, and you can't buy those. I refuse to prioritize work anymore. Obviously, you need enough money to live on, but you don't need enough to live extravagantly.
No.
How much money you need is a very personal thing. Step number 2 is getting debt-free. Once my retirement accounts were more stable, I started paying down debt, including putting extra money toward my mortgage principal. It took me over 7 years, but I got my retirement accounts up to about $450,000, built a bridge account, got my mortgage paid off very recently, and got my retirement plan firmly in place. It's not easy. I had to scrimp, save, and put in the work for sure. Step number 3 is saving as much as possible. Contribute as much as you can to your retirement accounts. You also need to decide how aggressive or conservative you want those accounts to be. Personally, I'm on the conservative side about money. I can't sleep if I'm worried about the market, especially after the last couple years of craziness. After researching and making a video about IRA CDs, I moved one of my IRA accounts into another company and put it all into IRA CDs. That money is making 5.45% interest for 1 year. At the end of that year, I'll take a look and see what the rate is and decide if I want to leave it there or move it somewhere else. My nest egg now has about $450,000 in it, and $100,000 of that is in IRA CDs. The rest is in other IRAs, my 401A and 403B, I-bonds, mutual funds, high-yield savings account, and an aggressive Roth account. It's important to have some funds with the potential for higher long-term growth in bucket number 3 to keep up with inflation. I have a video about the bucket strategy that I'll link in the description below. I'll also have a video coming up in the future about my personal bucket breakdown. I see no reason not to be transparent about my finances. I don't care if people know how much money I have. I just don't. Especially if it can help people. If I start running out of money, you can learn from my mistakes. And if I'm doing great, maybe it can inspire you. Step number 4, if you're retiring early, is to build a bridge account. My nest egg is separate from my bridge account. My bridge account consists of my 457 deferred compensation account, my high yield savings account, which is split between my bridge account and my nest egg, and my 1-year CD ladder. My bridge account has $29,000 in it. This will be for the 1 year before I turn 59 and a half. I have a video about building a bridge account that I'll link in the description below. Step number 5 is creating a monthly timeline of when different streams of income will start. Include your bridge account, your pension if you have one, any part-time work, when you'll withdraw from retirement accounts, when Medicare will start, when Social Security starts, and any other sources of income. I have a 4-year, month-by-month spreadsheet calendar where I have everything listed. It shows which month each thing starts on. I even have on there when to apply for Social Security, Medicare, and when to apply for freezing my property taxes. I'm a bit of a spreadsheet nerd, so this makes me happy. For the first year, I'll use my bridge account. I'll have a small pension that I'll start right away. I'll pull money from my 457 account, my CD ladder, and my high yield savings account. At the end of the first year of my retirement, I'll turn 59 and a half and will be able to pull from my regular retirement accounts. If you retire early and on a modest income, it's important to pull as little as possible in the first few years from your nest egg. You don't want to draw down your portfolio so early in your retirement. If you're taking money from your retirement accounts, it can no longer benefit from compounding interest. So I'll only pull 3.5%. I have a video about safe withdrawal rates that I'll also link in the description below. My bridge account will be depleted then, so I'll have my pension, I'll pull 3.5% of my retirement accounts, and use high yield savings until I turn 62 and can apply for Social Security. I'm personally planning to take Social Security at age 62. That's a very personal decision. I have a video about why you might consider taking Social Security early that I'll also link in the description below. When you take Social Security depends on so many different things. There's no one right age for everyone. My health insurance through my employer will go through August when my contract is up. I'll sign up for COBRA insurance from September through December. That will cost me about $700 a month for those 4 months. Then I'll sign up for Affordable Care Act insurance starting January 2025. My adjusted gross income will be fairly low in retirement. I looked into Affordable Care Act insurance with my projected retirement income. It looks like it'll be pretty low cost for me. Living on a higher percentage of after-tax money like CDs, savings accounts, I-bonds, mutual funds, health savings accounts, and Roth accounts makes your adjusted gross income lower. It's that poor on paper scenario. I also have a video about health insurance options for early retirees that I'll link in the description below. I do plan to earn money part-time in retirement. My plan is to hopefully get monetized on YouTube, possibly sell on eBay, and possibly have other side gigs. I want to earn just enough to hold off on drawing down my retirement accounts as long as possible. I know I won't be able to keep contributing to them, but when you retire early, it's important not to draw down your retirement accounts too early. I'm going to keep sharing my retirement journey with you. I'll give monthly updates and share things I learn along the way. If you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Julie and this channel's Happy on Monday. Thanks for joining me. If you found this helpful, please like, and if you're interested in retiring early, consider subscribing to my channel. I'm going to leave you with a quote. The first step toward getting somewhere is to decide you're not going to stay where you are. Hope to see you again soon.